Week number 6 of me growing out my natural nails using Builder Gel. This week I want to show you guys how I remove Builder Gel. So let's get straight into the video. As you can see, my nails are growing out, so yes, it is definitely time to remove these nails. You basically have one of two options when removing Builder Gel. You can either file it off using an electric nail drill, or you can file it off using a handheld nail file, which I would not recommend just because it would be painstakingly long. But I'm going to show you both ways just in case you want to know how they both work. So first up, we have a nail drill. It's basically an electric nail file. I have had this drill for a very long time, so if you would like to get the same one as me, I will link it down below. So let me just quickly go over my settings for my nail drill if you have personally never used one before. I like to keep mine on a medium to low setting. So as you can see here, the dial is in the middle of medium to low. And then I usually have it on the forward setting, meaning the nail drill is going to be rotating forwards or clockwise. And then when I'm doing my non-dominant hand, obviously I have to switch it to the opposite, which is the reverse setting, which is anti-clockwise. And I also like to use these disposable sanding bands on my nail drill. This is what is going to take off our Builder Gel. And if you don't know, sanding bands actually come in different grits, which basically means how rough they are. I'm pretty sure the ones I used are medium grits, but honestly I could probably even go for something a little bit more coarser just because Builder Gel is so hard. Using a medium to low setting, I'm going to get started with filing off the top layer of my Builder Gel. If you are a beginner, I would recommend you don't go for a really high speed because things can get really hot really quickly and you might end up burning yourself or hurting yourself. So try and stay at a lower speed, or at least a medium speed. So as I'm filing, I do go in and brush off all of that excess powder that flies around, and I also dust off the excess on the sanding band itself, or if you have a nail fan, that will be really helpful to just suck up all of that dust flying around. It's not really good to have that going in your nose, so please do wear a mask if possible. Okay, so now I want to quickly show you the difference when you file with a handheld nail file. As you can see, the process is so much slower and only a little bit is being filed off at the same time. I am manually putting in more work, which is not delivering the same results. And this is why an electric nail drill is highly recommended. I mean, you can, if you really don't have an electric nail drill, you can use the handheld file, but it's going to make the process of soaking off so much longer. The acetone will have a lot more product to have to break down. After that, I quickly went straight back in with my nail drill because there was no way I was going to struggle with my nail file. So in terms of how to actually file your nails, I would recommend you don't stay in one place for too long. Every time I do that, I start to feel this intense heat and pain. And I find it also helps to file in little bits and different directions depending on what is working. If you're seeing it's not going down quick enough, then try and change your direction or angle that you file your nail in. So I repeated that for all of my nails until I was happy enough to move on to the next stage. Okay, so finally the top layer of our Builder Gel is off and our nails are looking nice and matte. It is time to go in with some acetone. I'm just using a small glass dish, which I'm going to fill just quarter of the way through with some acetone. Now, as I'm sure you guys already know, acetone can be really drying for your nails, and thank you to one of you guys, my subscribers, who suggested that I use some Vaseline around my cuticles just to reduce those drying effects on my nails. And I have to say, spoiler alert, it worked wonders. My cuticles were noticeably less dry when I used Vaseline on them. So I went ahead and dipped my nails into the acetone. I'm going to let that soak for at least 30 minutes. Once that 30 minutes is up, I'm going to go in with a cuticle pusher. Usually if you're just using normal gel polish, you can go in with a wooden or plastic cuticle pusher, but because this is hard gel, I would recommend going in with a metal cuticle pusher. I'm just basically scraping off what I can. This is not normal gel. Please do keep that in mind. And it may look like I am being a little bit too rough and almost damaging my nails, but I promise I am not damaging my nails, and I'm trying to be as gentle as possible because let's not forget, I am trying to grow out long, strong, healthy, natural nails. So yes, emphasis on the gentle. I like to scrape in a downwards motion. I think that is the most safest way you can do this. And I also like to use the tip of my cuticle stick to get into the crease between my nail and the side of my skin, making sure that all the builder gel is also scraped out from in between there. If at any point you find yourself fighting with the builder gel, just stop. You don't need to fight with your own nails. We will go in with the nail file and soak off again to remove all of that product. So this is what I managed to scrape off. I'm going to now go in with a nail file for the second time to remove the bulk of the rest of the product. Now, as you're going further down with your filing, you are getting closer and closer to your natural nail. So my advice here is to work in really small parts. As you can see, I'm literally filing and lifting, filing and lifting. I'm not staying in one spot for too long because I'm trying to also see where I'm working. You might file a little bit and it will all just pop off in one go and then leave your natural nail exposed. And if you go straight back in without checking what you've filed off, you will file your natural nails and possibly damage them or make them weaker. File in little parts, check what you filed, file again if need be, and move on to the next nail once you have filed enough. So the bulk of my product is now off. I'm going to go in to soak my nails in acetone for the second and last time. I'm trying to keep the soaking to a minimal because the acetone is very drying. So after soaking for around 20 minutes, I'm going back in with my cuticle scraper. And again, repeating what I did previously, I'm going to gently scrape off whatever I can. At this point, the scraping should be pretty easy because the product has been filed down to a really thin layer and the acetone should have done most of the hard work. Anything left over will now be left to be filed off. Okay, finally, all our product is off. The builder gel has been removed. It is time to now give some TLC to these nails because they are looking rough. But guys, I know you can peep the growth. My nail journey is going smoothly and steadily, and I'm really happy with my nails. So let's go in with a cuticle dissolver. As you guys know, I've been using this Sally Hansen cuticle dissolver and I have been loving it. So I generously apply it to each of my cuticles and I let that sit for around 1 minute, even though it stays 30 seconds. I just like to be a little bit extra. And I'm going to go in with my cuticle pusher and start pushing my cuticles back. If you have never used a cuticle dissolver, I would highly recommend. It has been extremely life-changing for me. I didn't really see the point in them before until I used them and realized how much more excess cuticle dry skin that you don't see that it removes. So yes, I will have this link down below if you are interested. I'm repeating that process for each of my nails, pushing back my cuticles, wiping and moving on. Honestly, that was so satisfying. I mean, just look at the difference between before and after using this product. That's all I'm going to say. Do with that what you will. Okay, so now I'm taking this cuticle cutter, but it's not actually a nail cutter. It's one of those that you kind of scrape off your cuticles. But yes, I like to use this to go around my cuticles and the skin around my nails to just scrape off and lift off all of that extra excess dry skin so that when I go in with my cuticle cutter, it's going to be easier for me to cut and see what needs to be cut. So now I'm just filing my nails to a shape that I like. I still haven't figured out what kind of shape I'm actually going for. I don't know if I want a almond shape or something just a little bit more round, or a coffin shape. I love all three. So far it's giving square with rounded edges. I don't know, I'll figure it out when my nails grow out a little bit longer. But yes, file your nails to a shape you are happy with. After filing, it is time to go in and buff your nails. Again, you can either do this with a handheld nail buffer or an electric nail buffer. I think both are necessary, especially after removing builder gel. I like to use the electric nail drill with the buffer bit to buff the surface of my nails. I think it's really good at doing that. Your nails will be so smooth, and it's just going to level out any microscopic builder gel that might have remained on your nails. And then I like to use the handheld nail buffer to buff the tips of my nails. That is very important. You need the tips of your nails to be smooth so they don't get caught on anything and potentially start breaking. You know, when your nails kind of have those little splinters on the side, buffing is going to help prevent those, and that is what is going to retain your length. So here my index finger has been buffed and my middle finger hasn't, and you can see the clear difference. So I went ahead and repeated all of that off camera for the rest of my nails, and they are looking so healthy and so strong. Okay, so now for another really satisfying step, I'm going to cut off my cuticles. As you can see, I am only cutting off the visibly dry, hanging off dead skin. Do not cut off your healthy skin. You shouldn't be able to feel yourself cutting your cuticles. That means you are cutting way too far into your actual skin. And then moving on to apply this Bariem 3-in-1 base coat, top coat, and nail hardener. I chose this honestly because of laziness. No, this is not gel polish. This week in week 6, I decided to take a break from builder gel, honestly because I almost forgot what it's like to just have my natural nails. So I wanted to take a little break, but don't worry, I will be back next week with another builder gel video. So I just applied that to all of my nails. I think I just did 2 layers. Yes, 2 layers is more than enough for your natural nails. And since this video is all about how to remove builder gel, I thought it would be nice for you guys to see my natural nails in all their glory. So anyways guys, let's finish off with some cuticle oil. I have been absolutely loving this Cuticle cuticle oil. It has been doing wonders, and it makes looking after my nails feel so luxurious and so self-care type of vibe. I don't know, I would highly recommend it, so I will link it below in my description. So I generously apply that to all of my nails because after all of that acetone soaking, we need some moisture back in there. So yes guys, this is the final result immediately after, and then a few hours later, this is what my nails were looking like. All the oil has soaked in and my nails are looking refreshed, healthy, glowing, and I am super happy with how my journey is going so far. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe, guys. Join my natural nail growth journey if you want to also grow out your natural nails. I hope you do stick around. Otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Bye.